Chapter 23 of Conquest or Zero Strength and Magic is a particularly notable chapter for its high difficulty and for the presence of valuable capturable units such as Rallyman, a master of arms that has 4 rally skills. The main challenge of this map is scaling the Great Wall of Susanoo, which has 4 sets of front-facing stairs that provide easy access for attacking armies. This brilliant architectural design decision is an example of Conquest's gameplay story integration by providing insight into Hoshido's military capabilities, directly showing through in-game interactions why Hoshido is losing this war. However, in Lunatic difficulty, the dastardly Hoshidans had developed the devious tactic of blocking 2 of the 4 stairs, which funnels the entry points into a cramped kill zone. Throughout several unsuccessful attempts, I thoroughly established that trying to take the wall through the left 2 stairwells will almost certainly result in significant casualties. Because my army's damage output per unit is pretty low, it is imperative that I have enough surface area to launch my attacks, but the space on the wall is constrained even for a normal playthrough. The sheer strength of the enemy garrison on the wall makes it nearly impossible to survive going through the left stairs, so I'm forced to figure out a different method, and the solution I come to is honestly not very good, but it's not like I have many other options. I start the map by attacking and capturing Rallyman, which causes some units to attack in small waves. These enemies can be handled by using the wide open area to hit them with my entire army. The next step is my plan to scale the wall, which uses the Entrap staff. Entrap is a higher rank staff that can be used to kidnap a single faraway enemy to the staff user. My plan is to use this to move one of the units blocking the stairways on the right, which will allow me to have a safer entry point onto the wall. Unfortunately, the Entrap staff has a very low hit rate, which is worsened by the fact that all my units have 0 magic. I give the Entrap staff to a captured Falconite from chapter 20, since none of my other staff users have enough staff rank to use it, and fortunately, it just works on my first serious attempt. I decided to clear the other enemies outside the wall, which takes a lot more effort than I initially thought. But with some clever play, I'm able to use the terrains to outmaneuver the counter snipers and lunge spearmasters, defeating them in small groups by spamming Savage Blow. And I decide to leave Hanata's squad alone because they're very dangerous. Fortunately, they have area-based linked AI and can be bypassed entirely by flying around them. Once the outside is mostly clear, I sneak as many units as I can to the right side of the wall, which has some safe tiles. I lead with a high defense generic general that I capture in Midori's paralog, who is not that good because he doesn't have Worry Fighter and takes a ton of damage for being doubled. This causes the entire garrison to get moving, and unfortunately a sniper blocks the stairs I use to enter, cutting off my advanced squad's escape route. The wall is staffed by 3 main groups of enemies: counter snipers, lunge spearmasters, and an extremely lethal mixed group of units led by Oboro. I attack with most of my units, taking out most of the archers by using replicated Savage Blow to deal massive damage to the condensed formation, but the limit of my offensive capabilities are clear. I could only take out 1/3 of the enemies, and the remaining garrison comes crashing in. When I attacked, I made sure to position all my captured units in front as human shields, and they take the brunt of the assault. Oboro kills a generic Falconite, and I also lose 3 out of 4 generic Master Ninjas in the attack, which is a very painful outcome but one that is still acceptable. Their sacrifice allows the remnants of my army to retreat after dealing a significant blow to the wall, leaving an exploitable gap in their defenses. The wall is mainly dangerous because there's no safe way to move onto it, but with 1/3 of the enemies gone, I'm given a ton of space to launch hit and run attacks to fight a war of attrition. None of the enemies on the wall have any healing capability, so any damage I deal will be permanent. And with that in mind, I decided to use an extremely safe and extremely degenerate method to grind them into submission. There is a ballista at ground level, which can shoot onto the wall, but normally all the enemies on the wall are out of range of that ballista. But if you can somehow bait them into range, you can shoot them for free damage. So I move a single unit onto the wall to convince the enemies to break formation and give chase before retreating back down the stairs. This lets me shoot them with the ground level ballista with impunity, dealing chip damage until they are all left with 1 HP, making them easy to pick off individually. After reducing the wall garrison's forces to a manageable number, I jump them with my entire army, completely wiping them out in 1 turn. This leaves the path to Takumi and the seize point wide open. After luring and killing the other 3 enemies in the room, I have Korin fight Takumi. Korin does a ton of damage but then eats a vengeance for Takumi, which is a little scary. But after an Azura Sing and a Niles heal, I launch a second attack to take him out. Now the seize point is free for the taking, but that does not mean that the map is over. Hanata's squad, which I had previously left alone, actually has several useful capturable units. In particular, there is a sniper with a life and death skill, as well as spearmasters that have rallies, and a Matarasu which provides AoE healing. Hanata's squad is quite tough and the formation is quite formidable, but by defeating Takumi first, you get some more options. You can use the ballista on Takumi's boss platform to repeatedly rain ballista shots down onto Hanata's group, dealing free chip damage that's unfortunately mitigated by the Matarasu spearmasters. damage. I tried attacking with the ballista for a while, but the hit rates are not too good, making it too inconsistent to overcome the passive healing. Soon though, I realized I can exploit the linked area AI with shelter strats to augment my chip damage. By attacking with a unit, dancing for that unit to escape, and then sheltering to protect Zura, you can launch attacks without triggering AI aggression, which lets you get hits in for free. By combining shelter strat savage blows with the ballista, I managed to drop the enemies of 1 HP, allowing me to capture all 3 of the Madarasu Spearmasters as well as a life and death sniper, adding several excellent generic units to our team. I then seized to complete the map. This chapter was really rough, and I think definitely surpassed chapter 18 in difficulty. The death of 3 Master Ninjas was not ideal, but I feel like I was still quite lucky to only lose 3 useful units on this map.